Can you imagine making so much money in real estate that after you died, your legacy would live on? Well, that's what I call financial immortality. And today, I'm going to give you the plan to do it. Man, it sounds so arrogant. Financial immortality, like it's like it echoes through the eternities. Listen, immortality, right? Not in the religious sense, living in the hereafter. I'm actually talking about how you actually do something on this planet that matters so much that it continues giving a gift after you're no longer here. It's like the opposite of the selfish life, like me, big house, big car, me, everything that I want. And it's like, whoa, at some point we transcend, right? We get out of the financial struggle and then we start doing well and we have the nicer things of life. And then we move on to impact. And then we move on to financial immortality. Steve Jobs, Mother Teresa, what did they share in common? They're both dead, but their impact continues to be felt. Like Mother Teresa, she created this massive organization that all this good work continues going on. Like, how cool is that? Or you got Steve Jobs, Apple, right? $1 trillion company, one of the biggest companies on the entire planet. He is still leaving his mark on the planet today, even though he's not here. And those are the people that really history is crafted from. People that have done something so impactful. So who are you? Dude, who are you, you tiny little, like, you're nothing. That's the way that I felt for the longest time. Like, dude, who are you? Like, you could go on and be some great movement leader or president of some country. Listen, I'll tell you where I stand today. There's nothing I can't do if it felt right to do. And I want to get you to that level of confidence. And part of the way that we're going to do that is by teaching you to think way further out there than you have been. Most of us are trained to think in the next 2 weeks and in the next 30 days. It's how am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to put food in my belly? How am I going to just do real basic things like pay for my car? I want to share with you right now how important it is to learn to think in decades, because if you think in decades, you'd be surprised how it can change the course of your life. Today's video is learning how to think in centuries, how to think in millennia. How do you do something in this life that will carry on? Well, first of all, why should you even freaking care, right? I'll tell you why. In my world, there's only two people on this planet, me and God. And the way I treat you, I hope, is the way that I would treat God. Like, this world is actually really small. Yes, there's billions of people on it, but we get stuck in this frame of mind where we think we're so different from each other. Right now, you might be watching this video from India or from England or from down under, or you might be here in my backyard. And I want you to know that even though I don't know you, maybe I'll get a chance to meet you at one of my live events. They are life-changing. But even though I don't really know you, here's what I do know. I know that you're still watching this video about financial immortality. I know that you care, if you're still watching, about what it would be like to even just dream about doing something bigger with your life than you have up to this point. So I want to share with you a secret. One of the secrets for creating extreme wealth is to get to the point where you're no longer creating it for you. That's the selfish world. The selfish world is it's all about me. I've got this wealth game plan so that I can have more money. I've got this wealth game plan so that I can figure out how to have a nicer house and a nicer car so that I can travel more. And I'm not saying that there's a problem with any one of those things, because there really isn't. But you can't let that define your life. At some point, when you have financial freedom, at some point when you have more, I want to tell you something's going to happen. You're going to spend time on one more of those beaches or drive one more fancy car, and you're going to realize, oh my gosh, like, you're going to be where I'm at. I don't know what car to get next, because they're all the same. It's just a thing that takes me from here to there. I would love to believe that a car could like represent me, but it doesn't. It's just a thing, just like a house. Can you be happy living in a small house like a big house? Dude, I hope you can. I hope you and I both get to a place where the wealth we create doesn't have to define us, because there's no U-Haul taking it to heaven. We don't get to keep any of this crap. So why not do something really useful? When was the last time you made a donation or spent the gift of time and did something for someone that really mattered a lot? When you do, it changes you. It edifies you. It burns something into your soul that just says, I feel like I'm finally doing something that really matters. It doesn't have to take a lot of money. Sometimes the best gift that you and I have is our time. That's what I do with these YouTube videos. So I just want to give you more of me if it can help you on your journey of getting where you want to go. And that's why impact matters. That's why financial immortality matters. So real quick, let's talk about financial immortality. Okay, we need a game plan. And you may have failed in the past, but where you have failed, you will succeed. Where you have considered real estate but got scared and didn't do it, you will do it now. You know why? Because it's snowing out my window and I'm out in the mountains. That is so cool. Isn't that pretty? Anyway, distracted. Game plan, right? You might have a little ADHD too. Game plan basically means, what do I do that can be bigger than me? Well, here's what we got to do. Step one, we got to elevate you out of the struggle, which means there's a certain amount of money that you need that if you had, you would be all good. What is it? 3 grand a month, 5 grand a month, 15 grand a month? There is an amount of money that will cover all your expenses and still put some extra money in the bank. That's peace of mind. We got to get you there. So how we do that is I show you how to buy a home that does 3 things for you. Number one, it's going to give you $5,000 just for buying it. Then it's going to give you $500 a month of freedom money. Now, I didn't say passive income. It's not just a residual income. Those are freedom dollars. That's $500 a month that could pay your car, could go towards your mortgage, could cover your phone and a whole lot more, could help pay the food bills. And the third thing is that in time, 2, 3, 5 years, usually between 3 and 7, we're going to sell this home and we're going to make tens of thousands of dollars. Now I want you to look at that. 5 grand up front, 500 along the way, tens of thousands of dollars. One home would be cool. But if you can do one, then you can do what? 2. And if you can do 2 and it's no longer a fluke, then you could do 3. But if you can do 3, you can do 10. And if you can do 10, you can do 20. And if you can do 20, you don't have a job anymore. And this becomes the thing that you do as a side hustle. And then it turns into 100 homes. Is that possible for you? I have students that have done this. I know that it is possible. It might not be your game plan, but I'm giving you a plan right now for financial immortality. Because here's the cool thing about real estate. Fast forward, we elevate you out of the struggle. You have enough money. What do you do when you have all the money that you need? Well, you go to the next level. You may not be able to comprehend what that next level is because you're not there right now. But I'm just asking you to go on with the fact that I might be right, which is when your needs are met and you're at peace with your soul, what do you really do with your life then? I think you'll find your next level of fulfillment in helping people. Do people ask me all the time, why are you doing this YouTube channel? Do you do it to sell courses and books and stuff? It's like, you don't get it yet. That's okay. There's more to life and there's more to your life. The only way you're going to figure that out is if we can get you off of financial life support and pull the plug off of that crappy financial situation and give birth to something way more exciting. So once we elevate you out of the financial struggle, you get to figure out who you are and what your life's purpose is and what do you want to do when you don't have to work. Now, you got to figure that out, but your real estate is going to continue growing. And that's when we move on to the legacy because we want to figure out, I'm going to ask you to do something simple. How do you double your needs? What I mean by that is if you need 10 grand a month, then I want you to make $20,000 a month. Do you know why? Because your heart will be moved to compassion. You'll either elevate your lifestyle or you'll elevate your helping. Friend, you can only elevate your lifestyle so much. Trust me, this stuff out here in the real world, it can't even define you, even though we try to make it define us. $20,000 a month, what are you doing? Well, let me ask you, do you have a family member that needs some financial help? I've got my mom and my dad. I've been helping them for 8 years. I pay for their living, their groceries, their travel, their teeth, their everything. And it's like a huge blessing for me. It's one of the things that drove me. It was my why. My why for success was wanting to know how to help my parents get taken care of in their retirement. They had 9 kids and I'm number 4. And I knew it was my job. I could feel it in my heart. But I've been doing that job now for the last 8 years. It's probably the best thing I've ever done with my money. I love who it makes me. I love writing that check. I love giving him those things. I love giving him that money. It's my dad's birthday and just to shower him with way more gifts than he wanted. That was a joy. It brought happiness to my soul. It really wasn't even for him. It's still selfish. It's still for me. Friend, if you want to live a truly fulfilling life, to start that journey of financial immortality, number 1, make the decision right now. I will make more than enough money than I need so I can help others. Come on, say it out loud, decide it, try it on. I make more than enough money than I need so that I can help other people. And then you decide to what magnitude. Right now I'm at a place in my life where I will make $1 billion. $1 billion is something I can turn into a $100 million a year spinoff. Can you imagine after I die, if there was $100 million going to noteworthy causes forever and growing? Friends, that's my financial immortality. And I'm sure the more successful I get, the bigger that number will grow. So decide for yourself that you're going to elevate yourself out of your struggle. You're going to do something like this and make enough money that you no longer need to struggle. Find and reach down into that deeper why. And if you are ready to start that journey, click the link in the description. You know the routine. Listen guys, I got a team here that is designed to help you. We've got tools, we got resources. I fully respect if it's not your path and not your plan, but at least today's video can hopefully elevate you, help you ascend and say, it's out there and I'm gonna find it. And if it just happens to be me that you're looking for, then I want you in my club. And I've got the tools and the resources to help you build that wealth that we're talking about. And I look forward to seeing you on the inside. For everyone else, make sure you subscribe, make sure you ring that bell, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's video.